Alright, so I'm back and these fender guards or fender extensions have arrived. So I'm gonna keep on building on the car, and I hope this is going to fix my problems. Because I've been struggling a bit with these fenders, you can say. But I have a good feeling that this is going to turn out great. It's just that, I mean, you gotta break some eggs, right? And right now I'm breaking the eggs. I just want the omelette to be done. So here's the idea. These are the fender extensions, and these screws are gonna go in here. Gotta make my own holes. Gotta make them fit the way I want it to before I make the holes. A washer on the outside and another washer on the inside, and a locking nut on the inside as well. And then to make this like real professional, I've also bought some like anti-rust paint to put on where I've been cutting off the fenders, just so it doesn't, like, it's gonna spray up a lot of water and dirt and all of that when driving, just so it doesn't catch on to the edges that I've been cutting off. If I cover it with this, it's not gonna rust. And then also I bought some body cement for when I've been using that roller back and forth. I've also like made some cracks in the material that holds everything together in there. So I'm gonna put on some of this as well, just build up that material again. And then I was also thinking that when I put these on like this, you see this edge right here is gonna be against the car. And to make just make it look a bit more professional, and so I don't get any water and dirt to get in between this edge and the paint of the car, I'm going to fill in that gap with some silicone as well. This is just some black silicone that's good for, it's a bit bendy, like the material is a bit flexible. I guess silicone is flexible in itself, but this is supposed to be even more flexible than just ordinary silicone. It's also, it's like anti-mold resistor. Like it can endure water better than regular silicone or something like that. I'm not too sure on what that means. I mean, for me, it's just silicone is the same as silicone. But apparently it's supposed to be better for like weather endurance and constant water. I think it's supposed to be used in like toilets and in showers and stuff. So if it can endure that type of water, then I bet it can endure a bit of rain on here as well. It seemed like it would do the trick. So yeah, let's get right into it. I'll show you what I'm gonna do, and yeah, it's gonna turn out great. Right, so they're gonna go on top of this, something like this. And I'm thinking about just using this edge right here. So I match this up with the little bend that is already here. I might need some extra hands for this. Just this is a bit flexy, so you can bend it a little bit because it's a like universal. It's not made exactly like precisely for this car. I'm gonna need to be a little bit creative right here. Like if I put it now, it's perfect on this edge, but it's not over here. I'm gonna need to bend it a tiny bit to make it fit better. What's that? I do, however, I like the black look. Like I was thinking that I was gonna try and paint this the same gray as the car, but I think that's just gonna look weird actually. So I'm thinking about just sticking with this black look. Yeah, something like that. It is a bit difficult to make it look good. These edges right here, they don't really want to fit the way I want them to. A little bit of a struggle. I guess that's what you gotta expect when buying universal stuff. So if I match it up against this edge right here, if I match it up perfectly against that, see, this doesn't, I don't know if you can see this, but it doesn't really add up. I mean, I could cut them off about here, then that would be great. Just make it right about there. That could work. And right about there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that actually. So that looks good to me. The only thing is that these rounded corner edges right here feels nice to have up against the car. If I cut it off somewhere up here, there's gonna be like a little hole in underneath. No one's ever gonna see it unless you crawl down and look in underneath the car. But I know that it's gonna be there, and that's annoying. I wonder how if I can measure this anyhow, because I'm trying to let go of my perfectionism, because too much perfectionism isn't getting you anywhere. You're just getting stuck in your head and you're not getting anything done. But a little bit of it is all right. I don't know, man. Okay, well, that's a good fitment right there. I just want it to look the same on both sides. But I can see, like, these two holes where I'm gonna fit the screws, they match up perfectly with this little indentation that Audi's been making on the hood for the wheel arch. I can make these two screws, like, add up perfectly, like, align them with these two little bumps. And then I know it's gonna look the same on both sides. So that's quite good. That's real good. And then after that, I'll make this fit too. That's a real good, like, point for measuring this out. Yeah, I like that. I think I'm gonna go with that. Looks like it's gonna be, yeah, I quite like that. Right, so I'm gonna need to start off by making some holes in here for the screws, but also so that I can put this up against the car, and then I can just use a pen, ding ding, to see where I'm gonna put the holes in the actual car. And then I can also remove this bottom part up until I'm rather close to those holes, just to get, because this is the problem, right? If I get rid of like a centimeter here, it's gonna stay clear from the tire, because otherwise I still have the same problem as I have now, scraping. So yeah, let's start off with making those holes. And these are M5, so they're 5 millimeters in diameter. So I'm gonna need to find a drill bit that's also 5 millimeters. And then I just want to make sure that these washers, like, I like these type of washers. These are the same kind that I used for my studs in the tire that I made. But I quite like them. I like the look of them. So I'm thinking, yeah, if I put them in like that, that's gonna look quite good. I like that look. And it's just about, I was afraid that these was going to stick out above the edge of the fender extender, but they fit perfectly. Maybe they stick out a tiny amount in some spots, but this is quite good. I can use this and my marker to make sure that I get the holes exactly where I want them to. So now I have marked up. Hello. Here, focus on here, camera. Focus on here. So yeah, you can just about see where I want the holes. Let me find a drill bit. That looks about right to me. Maybe it's a little bit bigger than the screw, but that's actually just good, because then I know that this is gonna fit. Lord, give me some help. Hello. There we go, I think. Why is it not coming loose? Pretty sure. There we go. Okay, slow and steady. Slow and steady, just starts. Why is this? This one's not straight. How lovely. I'm gonna bin it so I don't find it again. This one might work. Yeah, let's go with that one. Let's hope this one's straight then. Yeah, that's better. Need a little bit. I need a bigger drill bit. This one was not big enough. So this one's a little bit bigger. And now it fits perfectly. Fine. Great. That's great. That's great, mate. Out of battery. That ought to be good. Yeah, you like. Okay, the holes have been made. Now I just need to mark this up on the car. So, as I was saying before, I think I'm gonna move you guys back a little bit further, just so you can see me too, and not just the car. I think that's a bit better. Maybe you'll be able to see me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start off with just fitting that right there. These two holes. Start off with making those to have it where I want it to. And then I'm gonna continue with the rest of them, because then I don't need to hold this with my hands at the same time I'm trying to fit it. Like if these two are attached, then I can bend this bit just as I want to. Right, so if this... Sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm too focused. I'll just keep on doing this for a while and try and measure it out, and I'll be back once I'm done. That'll have to do. Oh, the perfectionist. Oh, the perfectionist. Are you happy with that? No, not entirely. Why not? Because it's not perfect. It's not gonna be perfect. Didn't even... This pen is too thick. I gotta find a smaller one and measure this out again. Fuck me, sideways. Maybe I can just grab this knife and sharpen it. Will that work? Oh yes, it does. Hell yeah. Now we're talking. Is anyone in the Scouts? I was. This brings me back to the Scouts. We had like an axe license, knife license and stuff like that. We learned how to do like knots and survive in the woods, like make fire and all of that. That's quite fun. Will this fit through now? Yeah, it will. That looks good, Adam. Just leave it like that. Oh, no it doesn't anymore. That's all right. Just trust yourself. It's going to be all right, okay? Do it. Oh, it's going to be all right. There we go. Make it better, better, better. Lord, give me some help. And then there's also like this line that goes underneath there. This like a tube of some sort. I don't know like what it actually is for. It might be, well, it's some type of fluid that goes in this. I could just assume. I don't, maybe it's just to support the wheel arch. I have no clue, but I'm not gonna find out if it's sensitive or not. So I'm gonna pull it out a little bit like this, so it's not in the way when I drill or cut off the part that I don't want here anymore after the extension is on. Lord, give me some help. Gonna Trump impression. Donald Trump impersonator. Impregnator. The Donald Trump impregnator. That's me. Huh. I don't like that. Just do it. Just fucking do it. This is scary. There's no going back once I start this. Let's go. So I'm thinking this inner like mat thing that's catching all of the dirt in here, it doesn't really have any support points anymore, because that little flap or lip that turned inwards, that one that I removed a bit earlier, it's not there anymore. So I'm thinking about just drilling through the mat as well and put the washer and the nut on the other side, like on the other side of the mat, just so it still has some support points too. Because I think that this is gonna come loose otherwise. I'll just show you real quick what I'm talking about. You see, so I drilled through the mat as well. So now I'm gonna put the washer and the nut. Like imagine that the drill bit is the screw instead, and then this mat is still going to be attached as it's used to. Lord, give me some help. Okay, let's, where did I, oh, here it is. 2 screws, 4 washers, 2 nuts. Just to get like an idea of where I want the rest of these to be. There we go. There we go. In through there. Wow, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. But I drilled through it. Why is it not complying? Is that the right word? Comply? To comply? Is that like when you agree, like help someone, it's complying? I don't know. Sometimes I just guess. Or like most of the times, I don't know if I think I'm rather good with like language, at least Swedish and English. Like both Swedish and English, sometimes it's like, I don't know where the words come from. I've heard it somewhere in a sentence or someone's talking or like in a movie or something, and then I just use it without even thinking about it. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, I guess. Where did I put the power drill? I'm gonna need to make that hole in the mat a little bit bigger. How is that working so good? But when I try to put this in through that hole, it just doesn't want to. I don't understand what's fucking wrong with this. It doesn't work now. I don't know what will work. Stop it. Get some help. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the mat is not flexible enough. I think I'm gonna need to put the washer and the nuts on the inside between the mat and the car panel, so it's just against the panel, not with the mat. And then I'm gonna have to figure out how to attach that mat later on, because it doesn't really want to do what I want it to. Yeah, let's go with that. At least now it's in place and I can play around with it a little bit. And there, and then there, and there. Right, so now I have my holes. I can remove this again. I didn't get the last one for some reason. Oh, because there's still plastic in here. Get the pen out. Die. Make it better, better, better. I've had that song on my mind for a couple of days now, I think. Okey-doke. And now I have my holes. I know where to put the extension. So I'm thinking about like 1 centimeter below here. I could draw a line and remove the excess material of this original fender, just to like somewhere around here. Let's see how is that going to look now. Put this back on, just like so. Like I can remove. Lord, give me some help. Fuck off. You stay put. Otherwise I'm gonna kill your mom. Which I don't think that you have, because you're a piece of plastic. And fuck this bitch sideways. Right, so that adds up rather good. If I put some silicone on that outer hole there, and then I need to remove a little bit here, and I can remove, because this will have to do, yeah, I can keep all of it and just remove the original fender. I'll make a mark so I know how far I can cut it to there and to right about there. That's good. Wow, this is gonna look cool. I was not too sure about this, but it's growing on me. The look is really growing on me. I quite like it. It was my brother's idea. I was like, oh no, I don't really like. It's gonna look like a rally car. It's too much of that rally look, but it's rather cool. It gives like personality. It's like, yeah, I'm doing this myself kind of vibe, and that's what I'm looking for. So I quite like it. Not gonna lie, we were wow. No, what was I saying? Like a centimeter to have a measuring device here. Just give me a second. Yo. I'm sure I had a tumstock. I don't know how to translate tumstock. Or that stick that you can fold out to about, I think it's 2 meters. It's got all of these like measurements, both like inches and centimeters. And I'm pretty sure that I saw one right here on the table, but it's not here now. This is not the one that I was looking for, but I found one that will work. I think 5 centimeters is enough, somewhere around there. So now I measured like beneath these holes, below them, so I know that I'm not too close to the holes. And then I'm just gonna freebase this, I think. Something like that. Like it's okay to not be perfect, because it's not gonna show underneath anyways. Who are you explaining this to? Well, the viewers, if I get any, but also to myself, I assume. Right, so I've drawn a line here. I'm gonna try and follow that with the angle grinder. There's the angle grinder. There's my air gear. My eye protection too. Let's get one of these. I don't know the name for this either, just to get rid of the sharp edges. Okay, so I'm thinking about cleaning this up a little bit, putting some tape around here and maybe some plastic cover too, just so I don't get, I'm going to put some of that black like anti-rust paint on here, just so it doesn't, like this is aluminum so it's not gonna rust anyways, but it might oxidize if you don't protect it. So I'm gonna do that. I always lose track of where that brown. No, it's not brown. It's blue. it's blue like the towel that I put on my hand. I don't know how I lose it every single time. It's not where I think it is. Sometimes I think it's alive and it just puts itself in different locations. It's not possible. Oh, but here's another one. I have a green one too, apparently. Can you use that? I don't know, man. I don't know how this is gonna turn out. Let's put some tape on there. Something. Is it possible to bend this? Keep on going with the same. Yeah, kind of. Maybe I should have just made smaller pieces, but I was too lazy for that. Like maybe I should have done something like put a piece on like that, rip it off about there, put on a new piece. I think that's a bit better actually. Yeah, it's a lot better. But I mean, it's already on here now. Not the best masking ever done, but it's still masked off. Mask off. Fuck it, mask off. Mask off. Percocet. Might as well put some plastic on to make sure that I don't get any paint at all where I don't want it to go. Right, doesn't look good, but it's sure gonna do the job. Trying to get like all of the angles here, and then a little trick to get rid of the paint. Like so, you clear this. Once you leave this to dry, you can put it upside down like this and just go until there's no paint. If it's not an like upside down bottle, it's just gonna use the gas and it's clearing the nozzle, so that when you use it again, there's no paint that's like dried up, because then it's gonna be real difficult to use this can again. So I'm gonna let that dry for a bit, and then I'm gonna do a second layer. Yeah, definitely gonna let that dry for a bit, and then I'm gonna do a second layer on here, because it shines through. Like I haven't been able to hit all of the spots, and it's like a real thin coat on some places where the metal is bare, where I've scraped off the original paint. Yeah, I'll let that sit for a while. I'll be right back. Okay, bye. Right, so this has been drying up for a while now, and I just realized that maybe I should have put this like body cement on first, let that dry, and then on with the paint. But no, I've done it this way, and I mean I'm gonna put a layer on, and then I might put on a last layer of paint on top of this too, just to make sure everything is the same color, even though it's not gonna show because of the fender extension. But I mean, I do like to put in some effort into details. But I've never opened one of these. I've only been using them once they've been open already, so I don't really know. Is this the way you open a tube like this? I have no clue. This does not seem to be the right way to do it. I'm gonna do it on the table over here where I get a bit more. So now that's on there. Right, it is open. I guess I can just put it on to the outer edge here. Okay. Let's do it. Okay, so now I have a bit of that on. And I'm just gonna use my fingers to mold it, but I'm gonna need some water with a bit of soap in it. I remember doing this at my last job I had, when we were molding stuff with our hands. If you have a bit of water and some soap, just a tiny bit, doesn't need to be much. So that's a bit of soap in the water. And then you get like, you know how soap releases like the tension surface or whatever it's called on water? It also creates like a resistance for stuff like this. It doesn't attach to your fingers. So if you have a bit of soapy water, then you can mold this without having to worry about it sticking to your fingers. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a go now. I'm trying to put this in place, like in all of the little grooves and stuff that I've created when I use the angle grinder. Push this in there, make sure it's nice and secure. Make it stick into all of those grooves before it dries up. You know, if you put like hot glue on a flat surface, you can like really easily get that hot glue out of there. But if it's a bit of a rugged area, the glue will stick a bit better. And this is a bit rugged. I just need to push it into those little grooves. So then when this hardens, it's got more friction. So it's really attached and doesn't come off. And it's also going to prevent, if this is aluminum or aluminum, however you say it, it's going to prevent the aluminum from oxidizing. It's not going to get any air. Like untreated aluminum does not like air. Right, once again, it's definitely not the prettiest, but it serves a purpose. It's there for a reason. It's going to keep this fresh. And yeah, I'm gonna put on a third layer of the black paint on top of this once it's all dry, and then I'm gonna continue with the rest of the of the fenders. And on those fenders, I'm going to put this on before I do the first layer of paint. I learned something, so that's great. Put on that protective layer of body cement before I start painting. Great. Okay, so I removed the masking I've done, and I found out that making like wrinkles in the tape is not a good idea, because the paint is going to find its way in there, like it's done here. It doesn't show above the fender extension, so I'm all good. But this is what the first side looks like. And I've also done the other side, which I think turned out way better. Like it's just above that body cement. I got the tape on a little bit better. So yeah, it's not gonna show, but I mean, I like it when it's all tidy like this. I learned from my mistakes on this side, and I did a better job on the other one. And also, I started cutting away for the rear fender. And this one, I'm sorry I didn't film this, but I was having a couple of friends over last night when I was doing this, and we were drinking. So I had a couple of friends over last night, and we were drinking a couple of beers, and I just kept on working on this because I have a deadline. I was like, I could put up the camera right now, but I already feel like I'm not really present because I was working on the car instead of talking with them. So I was like, nah, I might as well just keep on working on the car, try and be a little bit talkative, social too. So I didn't film, but yeah, I can show you what I did. So I was cutting off this panel right here, and I realized that it was like a V shape. This, I think I still have a piece. It was looking like something like this when it was sitting on the car. So naturally, I got a gap right here when I removed that between the two panels. So I had to fill this up with the body cement too, which was a bit of a struggle. I had to like do multiple layers. I almost like welded this. I put it like scissored back and forth to try and create a somewhat of a pattern that would stick between. Then there was multiple holes. So once it dried up a little bit, I went over with a second layer, and then I used my fingers and that soapy water to just push it down and even it out a little bit. It looks to me like it's gonna hold up and not let in any stuff. Maybe there's like a hole there and there, but I think the paint will do a great job of filling those holes. But enough of that rear fender. I'm gonna keep on doing that in a while. This is dried up and it's ready to attach the fender extender. Yay! But that will have to wait for the next part because this video is already getting long enough. And also I bought myself a bike. I couldn't stay away from it. It's yeah, it's the Project Bike's big brother. This is the R1, it's the R6 that I've had as a track bike. I'm probably going to talk a bit more about that in some other video too. I have some plans for this bike too during the winter. But as for now, it's yeah, it's real fun being back on two wheels again. And I can't wait for this to get done too. It's real close. I just have a couple of more things to do before it's all ready for the road. See you in the next video. Bye.